if you want something done,
Yeah.
give it to an already busy person.
Sure.
Because the one who has time always thinks I can do it later. And guess what?
Yeah.
Later becomes never. Because
Yeah.
we procrastinate hapaya, how papara, did the last minute. Now I'm studying full time. Okay, where to school by the way?
Yeah.
Because I become accounting go UG.
Sure.
I'm doing my second year.
Yeah.
Auditing in Matata this year. So I
Sure.
ended up doing my EDTP qualification yeah, facilitate.
Yeah.
Education, training, development practices.
Yeah.
While I was doing my become accounting. And I NQ5 in banking, occupational health and safety.
Okay.
School is important.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't study so that you can be that profession.
Yeah.
But Kalohanya info, especially as a facility, I need to have a story to tell.
Sure. Welcome to the Tona podcast. Hey all abafowethu, welcome to the Tona podcast with your boy Tulani Tona. Mfana kwastemvatere ke vala bong se ka jeno o join the black man ke libizana director.
Yeah, director.
Oh, black man so hirile manje. Eh? Okay, so yeah, bong sidisa ngomnati. Okay, guys, today we have an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Marking a facilitator. I guess we'll give you a facilitator.
Yeah, facilitate.
Or that allows a facilitator. Yeah, once more. We have. Is it a life coach? Would you call yourself like a life coach?
I wouldn't classify it as a life coach. You know.
Okay, we have a hustler then.
Yeah.
A hustler.
Pretty much.
Yeah, you can add. What else?
More than anything, I'm a son before everything.
You're a son, okay.
Yeah, I'm a son. Mama kage love him 20.
Sure.
Ke ngwana go jo through and through ba ngitsing.
Sure.
Ba itse rena ke mfana magogo, ke ngwana go.
Sure.
Before hustler, a brother.
Yeah.
Ke boyfriend also, ladies. Ke motho motho.
Sure.
Oh.
Sure.
So besides the title the Bamara, I'm a son.
Yeah.
To a daughter.
Sure.
I'm a brother.
Yeah.
Etama na baya.
Sure.
Marazi wa ditwenyi.
Sure.
Yeah, nakumfana kuku. Yeah, nakumfana kuku watezulela.
Sure.
Yeah, senjika mala.
Ne braga welcome.
Thank you, Mr.
Akaufa matso.
Get on.
By the way, guys, to le CJ kana bambuzo rnejo, you need to have this guy.
Yeah.
Wanswara. So we are about to find out why we had to have this guy on the show Wanswara.
Yeah.
But saratha kana lena, so this guy has dark humor. Implies for dark humor again. What dark humor lore yena na baba what Wanswara. So before I call nyawo jaja, why not dark humor, brother?
It's easier to laugh about things during but watch about
Sure.
Especially during Namoka, it's during whole house not time ago thing, guys, by the way. So now I just make jokes during but watch about
Sure.
the effect of growing up as MG, that's not time, how it affects you and all of that.
Yeah.
And I think most of us can also relate to this thing.
Yeah, we can.
But it's not something that you talk about. So it makes us relatable from the get-go.
Sure.
So it makes it easier for us to break the ice.
Yeah, sure.
So yeah, and I don't feel like I have humor. And I don't feel like I have jokes. People say I'm fun. I'm not fun.
Sure.
I make fun of situations.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're not fun.
I'm not a funny person. I don't have jokes.
Oh, okay.
I make fun of situations.
You're not a comedian.
I'm a comedian. I'm a comedian.
Okay. So Braga Tomega, like your upbringing, Moga, so Ntwara.
Yeah.
So Kagai, Hulitz guy, Wanswara tennis Gela guy, Wanswara. So yeah.
Nagebele Mpumalanga, Agizukoga, Banur Mpumalanga. I don't want to out the form of that city of best. And Mpumalanga should look seat, Naganur Mpumalanga.
So
Mamma Budzo gave a Trocari for the
Mpumalanga city.
Hey, Coco Spania at the form by city of best. Mpumalanga git, Namaga Mpumalanga.
Yeah.
Every time you can do Mpumalanga, got the clock, Saturday, 4th April, 98, give it the Alemania.
Sure.
Yeah. Mara agituru chiftiling ningo chiftiling.
Yeah.
Raka stress.
Sure.
Kodi B. Baba itingo masha baba ituru kodi B ko guy.
Yeah.
Tiko ko hole tsengo tengi. ka thoma ko Khomba primary school
Utsena Khomba?
Yeah, Khomba ko ntate Khalo
Sure.
betha ka tlapa that time betha ka tlapa that time
Sure.
ena skolo se la funny enough se ko morago mabitla wa ntshwara
Yeah.
so bo dipuku lonyana tseo ke lo tse re go tseng ka tsona bo pinki yeah ba ba itseng ba itse
No obvious.
pinki ke ngwa
Sure.
bo Khomba grade 1 grade 2 grade 3 yeah that's why I could say hore life I get to be le mo teng grade 1 grade 2 grade 3 ne ke no ba fela motho a itsenang sekolo ngwana
Yeah.
but Tiisetso batho ba ntse ba thomile mitsi ka grade 3
Okay.
wa bontse ke thoma ke jaiva
Sure.
ke bina
Yeah.
lo tsamma jaiva ne ditom
No
2007
better sithwethwe.
tloela tsi batho ne ba mbitsa metaphor mara it's fine
Sure.
Yeah,
Metaphor ya ka upola so.
that's pretty much where this whole thing started
Yeah.
Khomba then after Khomba Ramavele after Ramavele Rakhots
Sure.
a student ba bankitsing bankitso ne re sa bini
Yeah,
fela
no, ke o re boditse ka wena.
ke ma
Gum le misa mango go race. Ba re ke gums. Gumbesi. Ke o wa ntlha.
eish nna thoba nje ke sa ba hopola pele ne nka bona picture
Sure.
ya mara a student ke ntse ke jivela
Yeah.
re ntse re le balance le bo stoutunyana ne ntse bo le teng
Sure.
go tswe difounu tsa matitšhere ya eish taba ke tse dintšhi
Sure.
taba ke tse dintšhi mara ya ke go ke tseneng sekolo ko teng wa ntshwara
Sure.
eish
Yeah.
ya ke a mo hopola
Sure.
ai man o teng le lena mo
Yeah, re spana le.
oh ya
Sure,
ya
sure,
ke a
sure,
miss ke a miss the SSD
Sure.
so ya ke mo ke tseneng mo teng after mo
Yeah.
ka ya taxi ba ba itse ka University of Pretoria
Yeah.
or UP wa bo
Sure.
ya
Yeah.
re la tse diralang go pele ke tla le botsa tsona
Okay, so utlwile iso wa ta so yes like
Yeah.
you are like an A student. So how many distinctions like did you get?
fine enough I was expecting to get more
Yeah.
nna ke tse etsa hetseng jo itse sala bona o le overly confident
Yeah.
ke tsela tsa ra ke ba le ka tseno ke a gitla
Yeah.
eish yeah I think le tse 2 or tse 3
Yeah.
eish aksa o pula pila but ke itse distinction ke 2 and above but I was expecting to get more and ke ntweleleng ke tlhantse ke phasa pila ntse ka di distinction
Sure.
most likely to succeed pressure e la ya re tshwantse o phase
Yeah.
tshwantse ke le lo tsa o be nice o
Sure.
yes gila
Sure.
o be like re deng wa ntshwara
Yeah.
sharp ka fitla mara ke fitla kwa taxi funny enough in as much as I go hopefully get guy but I was part of the top 15 students tsa first year
Wow, okay.
ya ke fitla kwa
Hey,
taxi
kwa taxi dia bo.
kwa
Sure.
taxi ke tsena I was part of top 15 go faculty nyaka ne ke tsa BSc
Sure.
ya bar 20,000 wa bona o ne senyehile gona mo teng ne ke na le bursary ya GCRA
Sure.
ke na le bursary ya taxi
Yeah.
ke sponsora ke Solomon Mahlang
Solomon
Solomon
Kalushi.
Mahlang
Esin Kalushi or Solomon.
a ke ditse bo kalushi ba ba fu
The foundation. Yeah, but
Solomon Mahlang
So,
ke tsa di-NYDA
Oh, yeah.
yeah
Sure.
so that's how good my grades were once
Wow.
but selecting course go teng it was nearly tricky just allow bona o feditse gila
Yeah.
o passed sharp go na le pressure le ring tshwantse ye sekolong but a o sure ka ntho nya go study sa
Ka o tshwara.
but because of wa itse ntwela re ba beke wena go ndlini nna le
Yeah.
ska beka nna ba futhi once ke
Sure.
pressure tshwantse ye sekolong you are not sure of what is it that you want to study when you're still trying to figure out a whole lot of things once
Yeah.
so mara ka ya taxi ka etsa BSc biological science and agriculture ka etsa first year phasa ka madoda score second year ka tswa ka mso ba nna lata ya ba hona ke itse ka re a ke sa boela ta
So you dropped out? Or
Yeah.
faded?
ya re ko get
So-
I got to drop out a ke tsinga mara ke drop ile out
Yeah.
ke phasitse a fetsa ka setse last year ka tloela ka ra ke sa ya ta yeah
Okay, so sorry for this step. Let's get 20 down or 20 down you fuck up. Then what would tell judge you like how from Stembadere is stress or ya Hatfield?
Yeah.
Because nuggets and go Boston on swar.
Yeah.
The Tumla Bloma Sunside,
no zna le bo CJ
CJ utlile after CJ like ke mfuta ka class 2.
Okay.
One swar. So
Yeah.
one of I said CJ.
I think go mo mo CJ
Online demand.
98
Ne one talk offer 2015.
2016
2016. Oh, ne. Oh yeah. So CJ mfuta ka class 2 ne? 2 or 3. Yeah. So Sunside ka Bloma Acadia.
Yeah.
Acadia ka Hatfield one swar. Eish. Hatfield the Joe. Yeah. Hatfield the Joe.
ko matate
Sala ka skepa ngono mo we Joe. And skepa mo 2 months. Ke sa high. One swara. And next time we are high, bro. Come on, all mateka denda. So a lot of people have Hatfield like they
you lose
they
the plot
struggle one swara.
you honestly lose the plot
Yeah, so I want to know like stories how Hatfield like when I Hatfield ke in culture show go bone.
ya re go botse story
Sure.
ya re go botse nnete hona le move le wa ba bana la o itse ke sure ba ra kana le project X
Sure.
hona le e seng project American Pie. Wa bona mekgelo le bona mole.
Yeah.
Ke fantasy ya how ya sekolong. O sure ke nyakwetsa so, ke nyakwetsa so.
O thula ngwanyana o la topa dibuka.
La topa dibuka o lebella. La ya go tlasa lebellana ka matlo a dira ha dilotse.
Sure.
A dira ha dilotse.
Yeah.
Especially for a majority of us. Number 1 ho bolla English for nna.
Sure.
Was a huge struggle.
Sure.
So for nna ho bolela English nna ke itse bo hello my name is Tiisetso. Oh by the way ke fitla go tax a change le bitso ga change identity a kana Facebook a kana Instagram a kana Twitter ke concept swap thoma phelo bo bombi
e bana
a ke tla tsara bana ke tlohile mo ke nya go thoma tse dimtša chapter
ka o tswa
fitla tax hello my name is Peterson was really English
e bana
we
sure
na go nyaka the cream de la crop
sure obvious
mara cream de la crop ke bo hi my name is Shanikwa
sure
this was how I saw get touch and go so that was my biggest struggle ho bolla English and I think confidence I took a very serious knock at that time because most of us go classing ho bolla English ya ABC
sure
how we ka go grab washing ha bana ba patela school fees
sure
no ara bolleng nne
na rapatela sure
so I think that for me it was the biggest adjustment that I had to make.
Sure.
From go kasi amaskrala, hoya go tax. Wa bona mo hona la wa driver ngi. Hona ba doring, hona la bana ba doring ba hudisitswe wa bo. Hona la bana ba doring ba tlhokomedi. Bana hudisi there's a difference.
What is the difference?
Go botse. Bana hudisiwe. Ke ngwana le doring go habo. They are very intentional.
Okay.
As a mistake, oh I'm pregnant, but wow.
Oh, ba mo plan.
Ba itse go habo re nya go etsa ngwana. I'm plan na the police, but medal disaka. Besides only reach or anything, but they're intentional. There's values and the principles. Oholaiti mudimu. Wa mo wisa ba itse ngwana re nya gore a be so. Ba mo supporta and look why le na ban supporti. Go tena go botse ke ne ke jive. Ba ntshebile ba mpe mo tsonga bo shobe. Re tsa mamashi re sa we high na go nngwe. But they knew motho se.
Oh,
ke ntse ratang and he's also being intentional but this gila is important so that's the difference ngwana o tlhokomediwa ngwana o hudisiwa ke mo le reng wa jawa ngwana wa tsowa ngwana ke tshwere ke tlala moto tswa
sure
tswa we are creating how we want to meet TV ba lebella there's no principles are we the best friend ya ngwana or ngwana o tlala le
mang o phela le bo mang
ngwana tse le o
wa para size mang o no bona lo reka or kana wa para size mang o le kantsha ditlhako
ono tsia ga loto ka thaponyana o tla bona ka o sa a itse ngwana o nya go nna eng o itse fela ka career day ba re career day ngwana o maga tsa tla be dineka ro nya go nna shebeshe but you never had the conversation there's nothing wrong ga shebe ke no refer to yeah so that's the difference ngwana o hudisiwa ngwana le re wa ja wa para ka re ke motho ngwana le re mo tlhokometse ngwana le re vele wa hudisiwa with intention ba mo ruta the values the principles and then how hudisitse ka lerato ka mo wena a o struggle le mo di relationship a o deposit go majiteng a o nya ke a o nya ke tsela tsa go rana le banyana ba 7 there's nothing wrong if it's 7 no refer
sure
but how do you store the principles to the values ba itse ba tswa di ba nileng very intentional and how hotse o bona mama le papa ba frustana we are not getting confused
important that they know like with both parents because how fitla go ntle a ona that they know mara cho but again the daily issues because a lot of girls do have that because their fathers were not there so I'm expected were not like a father role on swara to them
fitla go taxi now ke mixture ya bana ba ile reng ba hudisitswe le bana ba tlhokometswe ene ko ena le reng o tla go background le reng vele a isha kwa ntswa nna le ba ile reng ba sha o nya go computer le bona ka NSFA my brother if you are listening with your first year or your school how to NSFA bona go hae reka noodles o reke tsugiri relax tsa bo zanzu tsa bo khana le
blue room
umna de ya mara di ka komeza lutho ne ke lo nkomeza ntsa nya ne ke lo nkomeza
ko bla story le
ana ntwe sa ira hala let me say that I think bigger is not a mistake ke fitile ka bloma go tax go sa vane state ka da honna ke mistress wa ntsa ke banya flow tse ithu ke banyana flow ya go tlase ke maji you can imagine mphedoreng o tla go ka tshedoreng manyana mo pila o mo des me ba itro re ba ifoko ka sia ha o fitla da ke bona fe
ga 1000
manyaka ba bo a bolla skhuwa problem ke yona e or hallo
no fasa ka skhuwa ke
taba o mo fura wa re wa ntshwara so I think ke yona ntshedoreng pila I had to adjust to it pila but taba tsa sgila now I got a lot of support from batswadi ba ka. Yeah, they've always been very supportive. Financially, I didn't have to struggle that much. But nake tlantsedilang ke rata go zola ke nyakela tšhelete because neke tsa recycling ke fitla ta go skila bona ngono mo neke mo nyaka ba re ke a yanda
sure
yeah o mzulu o mo pila ngwana ra mhani o mbotse re nake tsa dirisa neke to ba mabotlolo ke a kadisa ne fetso go khono kra go banyana mo le mo
sure
yeah because I knew how le mjita swantse no veterans
obvious
yeah taba entrepreneurship I think it tomile santsane ke le go fa le before the camera bo CJ bo G bo mamang neke na le camera le nne ke feeling ke mama sala
sure
farewell di pictures tsa farewell ke na le se swa why ke nna ne ke tsia di picture
ka tswa
cause gile ba di relationship ba mo jolo wa officer ke nna ne ke tlo bona le go tshwareka
sure
before bo bri before to bantsi ba go state theater ba tsia di nepe nna khalentse ke na le I've always been behind the camera. That's why I don't have a lot of pictures. It's only now. So yeah, I get patterns. I get zola, kidang. What taxi? Why you get exposed to a lot of things. You also want to develop and try all of these things.
Sure, especially at that age.
Yeah.
Sure.
Cause no ya party ko bana le mamang nya go mo impress. I'm not blaming anyone. You know, blame my fella lack of discipline here. Yeah, and I think a summary of my life I got taxi. Ke lack of discipline. Trying everything else. Ka thoma ka spana. Ka dia pa got into a lot of debts also. Sports in account wa it. iPhone. Standard Bank ne ke na le karata but they accumulate the charges every month.
Yes.
Ke sa party. By the time go drop out ne kolta Standard Bank 1.2 ke kolta iPhone kolta sports ne jinya teng na lambo ka mtlase ke pate ka khale jinya teng ha sa ya para ba santsane we kolo credit score is very important tlhokomelang dilo tse especially go zbila afethu those are the mistakes that nagi diditse but I'm glad but if it wasn't for that experience motho na leng yena vandag no I don't think I'd be the same person and go zbila I'd be very miserable and I continue ka degree that's about the safety glove, the lab coat, the safety goggle. That's not me, chief. That's when I realized, you know what? I need to be out of this place. I used to be very miserable. So, it's just a combination of those things that have amounted to negative a decision or waiting some. Yeah, fine. How tsamayo drop out to kinto dar ekaya ba bege we na so itale pressure nyane mo during it's very unnecessary
o tsaba lo bua hai
na because of ke na ba tsolo ba supportive ke ba budi tsoro ba fe na ke a tloela vaiya ka bloma juice go antia
juice guy
ko ba ba eating roasted okay ase pleke on na honna animal eta ona ntse ira hale drugs journal me call like prostitution no montare personal section tse shaba
prostitution no montare
gore kiswa dilo tso so you get exposed to dilo tse baya so plekela yona I think redemption story after dropping out that's where it starts that's where it starts ke blomali antia the goal was to stay there for 2 weeks one year kile ka bege ya Nike ke tsore marukhunya na matric guess what I ended up being there for 2 years 2 years the goal was to be there for 2 weeks but kabloma da for almost 2 years la antia not even a single day bamputsuro fani not even a single day was I questioned why we na eng but luckily now ke modimo fela ona engwe ke ntse da January February March April kagrea leadership ko FNB through Harambe ba eating Harambe ba
Harambe guys
ere jele peanut butter le banana wa tla dikoma
alna sala ke goma peanut butter ene ya kurisa no like gra survivor o fedile o setse ka yona fela ka no
le no ake
because o jele thata
no bisa aga sa irata ene nna mama sala ke boetsa ne ke nna juice ke tla fa le story sa ke boetse go nna mama sala ka nna ke tswa ka breakfast o di viana
ba tsware
a ke di bone ko ba di advertiser
no di bona go
mama sala ka o di fra nna jo go bontsore ke phela mnate go haile mama a ke mtoho Alexa uji the with big C the fast Kellogg's o ke na lo ngwa ho tikisa dilutsi
o ja di musli
mama ka nna o tso a ile le musli a bonyana ke tswa ka breakfast is that wapi or wait a magro the pizza on first that's the kind of woman she is and I think that's how she expresses lerato la for bana ba Yeah, mama sana ka ke motho a dipitsa and all of that.
Sure.
Sharp ka bloma le auntie ya nna ntse ohle ba tsena Harambe. From Harambe that's where my redemption story really starts. Cause ko Harambe ba ngaile opportunity ya thoma go kae ko FNB through a learnership.
Sure.
Ka thoma ka boela sekolong and then I think that's where life started to change. You understand? Because negationally, number one, ke shame that ke dropile out from taxi. I get a degree. Ke bona dichomitsa ka dia graduate. Batho ba graduate. Lo wa ha it's a big of like it's a bit of a struggle. Because ke tell o fetsa ne o fetsa eng ke sa thoma wa bona. Right? So it was very difficult at that time and ke feel ke disappointed batswadi ba ka, but more than anything, I think that was one of the best things that have ever happened to me.
Sure.
Yeah. That's why I guess now social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, I'm not gonna get one no because of the business.
Yeah.
Yeah. Besides more, next time
Sure.
Facebook, Twitter, Insta, or because get put I need to cancel out any external forces because hey Joe Mo try now feel ish. Not even jealous or anything. Protect your peace. So I had to just if you about CJ for the longest of time, maybe from I think about 2-3 years.
Sure.
Basa izu koka.
Sure.
Basna namba yaga. Basa izu koka. But I was just it's important to go in hibernation. So
in isolation, like it's important.
When it's time or econo start over. It's better to break the peak.
Sure.
Inside the manala inside the feather so that it can start all over from scratch.
Sure.
So I think that was my eagle story why I had to go back in hiding. It told me fast, without pressure, without anything. And it was the nice thing.
Yeah.
How get a chance to guys?
Very true.
And I get not gonna tell you, hey, go Kasival, our lawyer, right?
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah. Change of environment, change of scenery, but what different about because you can be whoever you want to be.
Yeah.
So, based on my friend, you go Josie, I want to
Sure.
Based on the nickname,
I want to Sure.
And I'm not saying it's a secret, but it's easier to do those things.
Yeah.
About it. Level lama jitalimpo. Batu never fit up. Anata. Level lama jita Zimbabwe.
Sure.
Never fit up ulukisa mbata.
Yeah.
But Johnny Kishila Bob. Oh, tato lukis.
Sure.
Anan twela agezi. Muna chela ta ona kore he to ku teaming.
Yeah.
It's a chelete. Whether it deposit lege content doctor. Mutwa lukisa mbita bona. Chela take chela so how get a chance disappear o tsamaye. Yeah, Josie Mara, I will say.
Sure.
Safe Mara, I will.
No, if like Limota,
Asayata,
sure.
Asayata,
Basao charge about
cheap, Gambo Joy, whether about it, whatever, Len Pelega Twakas.
Yeah.
Hege attacks. Akavika Dagility says, come over to one Navangizi.
Sure.
Give my other name, Peterson. So even now I'm still Peterson. Is it a Mishilo grade level? Grade 12.
Sure.
So, all I think Peterson in one getting in my life. I said not to get a Peterson. And let me tell you, it's easier to become a Peterson go Joburg. It's easier to become a Peterson in business.
Oh yeah.
They automatically assume because I've always been a faceless business again.
Yeah.
They assume I'm color. They assume maybe
yeah, a little bit sure.
It works to your advantage. I'm not saying repeat job.
No, I was not I got market slavery name.
And it's fine.
Sure.
But redemption story from taxi, dropping out to Josie Ozola, has made life very easy. And I think confidence more than anything. 8 million from grade 3 to Mojai. So get to move us. My true reflection. I'm a show be another bypass. Why didn't Tananta? Nagiwana, John Nakia, one Judan is Tamalabo. Again, the first time I don't bargain Lipis, Lamiza Papa. I get it from meeting now.
Lipis on nothing but that. Kids almost but there.
Stress.
Oh, I'm a chance.
Maranapi Bilamtanga Dogdilling.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, and Nagizi, who was a new story says our Jive,
yeah.
Next time, no joy in a Pilapi. Nada, Nagile, Katamalon Mola and Nagoha, even Master Game one, I got to tell you.
Sure.
Yeah. Estefina, accept Dina or Gema.
Yeah.
So, what to buy like a violent one? o ga rena ba ya practicing or ne ba or banyana ke na go tsela ba rata majita o bin e se mo jola anything next fela ba rata go ba bohela wa ntsa ba practice go garage ka tsama le bo beke o ke ntse ke bo ba meta vo se ba go di ba shika no ara bona ba ke ba fa beke fe ka lebella ka tshwara se ne ba di bitsa di sete wa ntsa ya le longa e beta sete ya
sete le mix what a mix on the show
meta vo chas group o nkala ga fa thata ka mo garage ba tswa le ka lebella tse le mai beta ka tsena le bo ya ba hona ke joinile group ya ba hona life e thobile ka mkuku Tiisetso ya ba hona ka tuma wa bo that's why confident to be le mo teng because ke holtse fele ka mo a ile problem mara ke thomo jiva
obvious ena le ba tshwara ka bo
ni ka ba tshwara bolla ma
no but da o bina na tshwara ba
la ke no re fela na ni ke ba tshaba mara it was simpler gore o khono ba greya if o ma jiva ka o sa fa so no kopedoro ha lo sesi so mara chai
okay
that's why after vasi ek fika ko varsity the struggle is to me because you have to start about it aba ituru Tiisetso pasa go sekolong
abana za
aba it mona ke bo sheni ke bo yo man
yo man first day vele dia
first day is a
second day ke mo banong kona wa
no akero tomo papa
to easy play kontswara
tomo nna last time
so mara no so sa ba tshaba ore
yengi no akabatsa ke na le yena akabatsa
okay so go UP ne because na bro na ka rato na honest on swara
butsa
na diploma kidi on swara bro like Hatfield like that's all it's like the brother in a way wanye wa like mo student accommodation etsela on swara so I want to know like when you were there like if you had to count because tot again we say press on swara if you had to count like would the body count tsa go Hatfield bitsa mabokae so
you are
double digits or bang
no I'd be lying if I say double digits I'd be lying once na jon like na relationship
you know
in as much as maybe okra maybe nikela ka mo le ka mo but ni le batho ba doreng ke jora le bona but bona nka be go botsa maka ke re ke ba 2 or ke ba 3 or ke ba 4 ka be go botsa maka but I know really I had my fair share of nonsense
ne
go dlala ke tletse hearts were broken mine was also broken
obvious
go le botlhoko pain ke o ba zile ba futhi ke palla go ja tshwantse ke classing mfetha go sendela screenshot ban bontsha media ka o ka na la ATM ke mo phone that is my friend always my
blind my friend again
di taba di tso ba ra se based jona go ka recess when no stay mono la ya hai
that's why okay bro arbulela ka whole phase ne whole phase I feel like everyone goes through like whole phase especially like varsity because a lot of females and a lot of males like whole phase abona getting they go through it like varsity once how important is like whole phase for any person like I said like for a guy okay let's just say for a guy because we can't speak for females once
you're not going to go botsa maka ne I wonder if had you asked me or had we had this interview I think 2 months ago I would say whole face is important
okay now
I would say whole face ho tlotsa mo wena pila hore wena it happens to everyone it happens to every guy not every guy naka first year ne ke bloma le roommate yaka nasa joli nasna girlfriend nile mtho mo quiet good looking of course nile virgin and for there was a taboo to say chief
especially
never slept with anyone because why to rena as mujita honna le pressure engwe ya hore tshwantse o robala le banyana wa ntshwara tshwantse o sosane o be le experience so that you can have a story to tell like right majita re yang but recently I also realized story when as mjita when you are born with zero failure
obvious
and your past doesn't matter your future is important but for ngwanyana go lantana le value especially how long ngwanyana and you still holding on to your virginity it precious that's why when I link to the Amazulu baba check and all of that I'm not saying if only virgin you don't have fame but I'm saying it's important to preserve value how as Mossad, especially when it comes to virginity. So your past will always matter to say, then we not to say our level in a different way. But how live virgin or the preserve we very sharp. That's why your past matters more than your future because you can marry rich. But when as Mjita, if you are born into a poor family, you need to struggle, you need to strive, you need to hustle, because when I value how. Baragirka Zulu Baring, in the days in Komazai or Baring.
Yeah, somewhere there. Yeah. Sure.
Maramusadi, as long as Ali, I'm not saying he preach to indirectly answer by a whole face.
Yeah.
Manyana, Itlokomele, Mujita, Itlokome.
Sure.
Mara whole face important. Even if strata,
sure.
You don't want to find yourself Uritoma late in your marriage.
Yeah.
Get a no so Salimshimani,
sure.
Put a motor.
Yeah.
But to be quite honest, I didn't necessary. And I feel varsity. Get a letter.
Yeah.
You
Sure.
You go into the next relationship when you got get up the builder because Olomo Robi, Omokale broken. Olomo Robi, Omokale broken. So now how to not insecurities. So this whole thing, your whole face. If you want to hoe around, he wants to also hoe around. Masa Gramonum innocent, and I'm not saying I didn't do it.
Yeah, we all did it.
I'm not saying Gram Telorum willing.
Sure.
Yeah, Mara Gramonum Shabum innocent Telorum, War Ratakaman Niti.
Yeah.
What Lalakaena. So Maru, you've ruined her entire love life. Uto Hopolawe, then another woman Negamrata.
Yeah.
Get 22 weeks.
Yes.
Grade 8.
Yeah.
Manala gram message, I would have feel isn't out with a cousin.
Sure.
Our
workers now.
Eh.
Oh,
one Mona Cola, not bang out.
Cola, yeah.
Cola, no
TV.
Give a Baba Tema.
Oh, go to
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, also the way the whole face.
Yeah.
Has national reputation.
Yeah, that's what goes around. Sure. What game? Yes. Get a ball of game, yes.
Keep pressure. Yeah, my whole face buffet too.
Yeah.
Because I'm away now, or when I take a live. I don't know, I get what I'm going to so tight. I get Kaloha.
Oh, yeah, I know CJ,
what are the energies and all of this.
Sure.
Maraya, both face it's important. Go through it, Oscar Dieta Olomuhulu.
Yeah.
But you don't have to do it. Now I know why my younger brother.
Yeah.
A total opposite of me.
Okay.
I only known girlfriend Taiwan.
Oh.
Sure. And I've always been worried to say Marakantim Fano, we don't have a problem,
Yeah.
But I think I'm coming like a monahani.
Sure.
There's nothing wrong. If they're not
there's nothing wrong.
Fade him fish.
Sure. As lonely as a way make I.
We don't have to know.
Sure. Okay, I'll try. Okay, bra, Arbolaga restudy body. RE, oh, say RE.
And it's okay.
Yeah.
And I think it's important that you said it that way.
Sure.
RE study but how it started. I got to go to Gile Joyce.
Sure.
I got leadership by FNB.
Sure.
I get to go FNB, guys, leadership. You had to start.
Okay.
Let me tell you the biggest turning point there.
Yeah.
Like if you cut down. But if in progress span or like go span, I mean, Skolo, I get for stress, Tadilla bar Skolo.
Yeah.
Chances of Welles Gila happen next to it, like that's Nyaga school. While in Booster School.
Sure.
Fence Spane, give a sharp.
Yeah.
That's an away thing because the NQ5 in banking. There's no while I'm doing it, 2019. And by the way, 2020 is the best year of my life.
Sure.
Yeah. And I'm not trying to be insensitive because I know about what logo face. You lost your loved ones, the business literally.
Sure.
But I'm not personally. 2020,
Sure.
Or lockdown.
Yeah, but if you think about it, like a lot of people like Bakrilena go reflect. For some it was good, obviously. Especially like if like you're that person who more optimistic. That person who always finds like the good and the bad once while. So now for it was a good because okay, Mara, let me just strategize and stuff once while.
Yeah.
So
RE study body 2 million more. So now Steve Kate says by the analysis, it's called RE. Regulatory certificate.
Sure.
So from Tedtalk banking, insurance company, if you want to own an FSP, Bo Masheho, Bo Maschava, Bo Ponkana, Bo Shama, go near to Diamond last.
Sure.
So Chantonelli FSP, you can the police, or the life cover, funeral cover, or actually insurance police and all of that. You need an FSP license.
Sure.
So now my part, Kuruku route, Okwale exam, or grade license. That's what I do.
Sure.
So go spanning. Hence, spanner da. I get really senior was spanning. But was like Steve Kate. Steve Kate se must fail. This exam is difficult. This exam karana Kenya. Panala Damon Barcato Manense. Amfa study material.
Sure.
Kaya di summary kabala. Katena exam. Ko santin ko senior school plus. Exam ating le kwala ka 1226.
Okay.
2 hours exam. pass mark 66 ba tsena ka betha the exam ka 84 ba utlwa go spanning gore Peterson o passed the exam ba nkopele Peterson kopon thuse so entse ke thusa na mole ka bona no man
you can monetize
guess now logo guys to start a business is very simple you are just a middleman kwela di logo kwela I need a business plan kwela I need the funding kwela di lots complicated I don't have a website kajin but I can tell you the phone work I have over 3,000 contacts on my phone and I'm talking about clients who don't have a real assistant the important to go ring give good service and then word of mouth can go to sir push it without Facebook you push it without Instagram you push it without any media nanto ke bengisa ngi LinkedIn you want so because I felt target market ya so RE study body the next time we go to Magere I was like I need something very quickly get a go CIPC get register get the document get a business account ya ba hona o thomile ka ira study material ka kopantsha first client ya ka ngwana mongwe wa ke ra tlo ngwana mongwe ke
ka mkhorbelang ka teng
ya ke ra bona mo Pitori ke o se mo barkele wa handeng ke financial advisor go FNB she's my first client the sister was a premier banker aras na kra Steve Kitzel agra promotion ko Steve Kitzel ke sa reng o khona na mela line yo career so agra promotion ba mira financial advisor batla also mo neli QA lena ko FNB barkele na bekadi lena pass ka bona mara bo khoni boteng if I was very honest to myself from the get go I think I should have been a teacher I think I should have been a teacher if I'm really being honest and then hore batho ba tle ba pass it's because of the stories that we tell in class the examples still differ when ba bambali meeting Mr. Salala wa go ra coach class ya go seroba damano ngenga kana go tsele nere ke maka but now because I'm a facilitator I understand that you need to relate stories are how the content or batho ba kono tlhaloga make it fun when people are having fun ba tlo hopela lo tse ba rutang tsona so the story and I share a lot of my personal life go classing go RE study body so business I get to me like I think at the height of COVID when things were tough people are locked down inside their houses naga bona opportunity Microsoft Teams we don't have to meet face to face Teams iteng re shapa online ne ke charge 400 ka ba bona ba I remember ne ke berekisa phone engwe ba re ke Tiisetso engwe me room yana ya Samsung I tsene le WhatsApp ke tshwere di client so cause ne ke operate ka email I reach out ga di client in 3 days believe it or not I think my brother can also attest to this ke bontsha my younger brother balance ya phone I think I na le khumelo ko morago ke rile 45,000 in 3 days e ke to
yes
I have a statement I can also back it up
no ha re ka se ka
no
so asa tsebeng comment mo tla romella sona ka email
ya ka romella statement so in 3 days we managed to make 45,000 and I realized that minimum blessings so ka Tom and I think business guys Toma you'll improve and when tsama I think what's kanya gonna a perfectionist because planning we have what they call Monday motivation so every Monday we meet up with team yaga online and then we discuss and then hona le quote engwe motho e boletsare you don't have to be great to start you have to start so that you can be great because kanya gonna perfect utshwara dilo tso top zama Toma and also if you can go on my LinkedIn page I share my top 8 career lessons and one of my favorite is to say if you want something done to learn whether it's camera editing or whatever give it to a busy person if you want something done give it to an already busy person because the one who has time always thinks I can do it later and guess what later becomes never because wa procrastinator hapaya how papara did the last minute now I'm studying full time okay wait to school by the way I get to become accounting go UG I'm doing my second year auditing impontite matata the same so I ended up doing my EDTP qualification ya facilitate education training development practices while I was doing my become accounting and I NQ5 in banking occupational health and safety one so school is important sometimes you don't study so that you can be that profession but Kalohanya info, especially as a facility, I need to have a story to tell. I need to have experiences. I need to be relatable. So, studies. I also work full time as a learning facilitator or a consultant. Go FNB.
Oh, okay. And Salam Bozor Spanale, like one of my cousins, Tuli.
Tuli. yongkwatela sfansa kana kama yana ka
Ngabinde.
Ngabinde
Sure.
tla go botse
Sure.
yana go Ngabinde
Yeah.
he nna ke tsena go spanning
Sure.
ke batho ba ile re ne le sini
Oh,
ke ba ne ba ruta
okay.
mmereko
Oh,
wa
okay, sure.
tswa sang bang ke sa itse go bloma stem fate
Sure, stem
ba
fate.
go utlwa polelo ke motho nna ke tlhaka ya ba honor in
Oh,
my
Motswara,
sister
yeah,
wa tswa
yeah, yeah.
le no so
But ngkwatela because ngitise wena before yena because khalanza nyoko swakala. Sorry to lesh ungabi nami.
Tuli
Sure.
umshayelo mfana so what Tuli ke batho ba ile reng and respect goes a long way but
Yeah.
you sang bang hatel like it's
Yeah.
what Tuli knows was spanning
Sure.
but Rina again the whole thing has done a 360
Wow, that's crazy.
oh this is
Yeah, that's crazy.
so we important guys or expose
Sure.
yourself try and make as many connections as possible
Sure.
try now I've never went to an interview kas Crespan I go to the interview knowing or spanning a screen
Oh yeah, Motswara.
as a corruption is the power of networking.
Bro, what is Ash, I feel like there's a thin line between being confident and also being arrogant.
Yeah.
Motswara. Do you think so?
Nugget. Maybe sometimes.
Cause then I'm a confident person, Motswara. But
Yeah.
it got to a point sometimes I'm like, but I'm also arrogant.
No, when I'm telling arrogant, what during maybe. Here's the thing, ne?
Sure.
If you listen to what everybody say, especially what during we're not arrogant.
Sure.
Why? Sometimes it's because we are doing something during
Oh.
We're not because of what
Sure.
when you go label as arrogant,
Sure.
trying to pin you down.
Yeah.
You understand?
That's
So
what.
it's fine. Now I can be arrogant, but if I can get the job done,
Yeah.
it's okay.
Sure.
Arrogant in what sense? If I'm talking about myself,
Sure.
hey Joe, I wanna something when I live in Baba eating,
Yeah.
I hope like it. Pinesi gym nani yabo des
Sure, sure, yeah,
hey
des.
Joe sbodlanja o des
Sure.
wena yellow bone da o des
Sure.
so if wena o te potse gore wena o des o emetsa ba bang gore ba o botse
It will not flow.
by the time o ta hype up and o believe gore wena o ntja teng o des
Sure.
ke ntse o lo ipona
Yeah.
o lo tsana le banyana ba pila guys how le pila o pila and he majita tsana le mjita o fasa o metha ka mzimba
Sure.
abuti wa smela cause wa tlhala nyoro ke ra wa mona ngone la tsa mambo chief o tse di chance mara
Yeah.
because of ona le confidence
Yeah.
iya
Yeah.
ona le mfano mo ka ba re ke Blake
Blake.
so mnyama
Yeah.
ya isingolo hope
Sure.
yeah gift him bed
Sure.
debo go mon tson
Sure.
mara ha ka fitla
Yeah.
ahore
Yeah.
wa wena cause ona le confidence
Sure.
ona le bo le shwe bena o botsa earlier on
Yeah.
e jona confidence ya ke thoma from grade 3
Yeah.
ba le ka party ya Mandela o tlile bo Will Smith bo mamang ko ke Loftus ke ko FNB I didn't know Loftus or FNB
So nel prof mother,
yeah kuitse
le mone Will Smith
Will Smith
before atlaba Chris Rock.
before ba thawo monga so confidence aka nna e
Sure,
so I
sure.
don't think gore nothing can shake my confidence right
Yeah,
now because
that's
it took me from kotlase and as a fake confidence kinto lero you have to build it up well,
Sure,
this is-
sure.
and Majida now if there's one advice eloren kaifa anybody while
Yeah.
in this thing
Sure.
put yourself in difficult situations
Yeah, because
yeah seek discomfort
Yeah, yeah.
he bare hubima yeah fail
Sure.
he bare eng hubima that's why Majida ba tshaba banyana o so yona ke boela go yona
Yeah.
yeah ke a
Sure,
boela re ke
well.
le go boela tshaba banyana
Sure.
le softy too much
No twelve.
yeah batho ba softy too much
Yeah.
number 1 a onya go butsiwa nne
Lo tsaba rejection.
exactly I wanna
Yeah.
that's the biggest one
Sure.
o chabo haniwa
Yeah.
that's why in business people say I have a business idea o mong ya mo honda o robala le yona every day
Yeah.
and then that then ilang ya hola you end up not starting ejo thoma ka jeno o no tswela pele
Sure.
o nya go mbutse re nke o sna bo make G a ke really inspire le ke yana but ngibo
Yeah, ka utshwara.
nge make G yesterday ngero na le podcast are sure
Ka utshwara.
Limpopo boy nge o sna bo shubi ba ne ba
Ah.
jaiva go ba shika no
Nga ba
bona
stay.
wa ngwadisa
Sure.
o hope re have a conversation
Sure.
shubi
He was supposed to be there. Yeah. But we all know that. Even like what we do, we all know that.
but there go botse it brings me to this very important point ya
Yeah.
hore e sona le go skolong e sona le go bolo ke lebele la
Yeah.
ke sports
Yeah.
but let's say Ronaldo o mo kopela advice ona bjano o motsojo ke etse bjang gore ke nne ke tshwana le wena le bombisi o botsa all the principles
Sure.
hey practice
Yeah.
eat healthy respect
Yeah.
save us and all of that
Yeah.
oh how do you always win the games how do you always score all the time
Sure.
yeah that man has scored every day
Sure.
there's days where he doesn't score there's days where he doesn't feel okay there's
Yeah.
days where he doesn't lose a match
Sure.
mara advice ya it doesn't make it invalid it doesn't
No.
make it inaccurate
Sure.
ke life it
Sure.
you have to win you have to go through troubles you have to go through problems so that you can become a better person.
That's right.
And I want to tell you when I go soft, if I exist, you go to movie,
Sure.
And then another post down, or even on my LinkedIn, guys, I won't lie. I only put up whatever it is that I want people to see.
Sure.
There's days more feel I don't know so I get feeling at you.
Yeah.
I cannot decline this month or anything.
Yeah.
But you have to put up a front. It's fake it till you make it.
Sure.
Or shy about.
Yeah.
When I let you me I go go Facebook la meet le chronolompe come wait what group wait always the true definition sir siyapuza siyapass kena ile ngore ke boele sgila
oh yeah
toto ena ke muthulisa panana sibaka
sure
na kwa bloma jozi azana sgila here tomorrow weekend
sure once a call
and alena ke roitsi kwa
na
very good
sure
very good
sure
so the man can bila motivate ile ngore dimana unwa every weekend mara wa pasa ya wela ka register ke sa mmuza wa ntshwa ka wela ka betha di assignment tsa ka ka skill ka pasa ka bona mo this thing is possible ka mchayelo ro ntjaka tabash
sure
the weight is gila ka pusha and also if there's one person learning on hyper up feta dilo tsohle I think he believes in me more than anyone ke si gym nani
sure
ke bona batho ba doreng ke phela le bona ke bona majita ka le gaja is the reason why I take pictures on agano gaja picture ke rati 2000 lifestyle was panel
sure come on come jaja sure
professional photo shoot ya mathomo bethile ka die boy
sure
anzambutu jo asienzele ndo rete dedene kira kwelati agenya ke di picture because in business sometimes and especially in my line of work you get bawo jaja before by it sponsor how so heba bona nna already they have assumptions
sure
mara if they hear the name Peterson they don't know what to think
they don't
bana rokele khalati rokele ko up until ukwa voice up until umpona up until we have a discussion na sponsor ka sit
sure
that's why I've always remained a faceless business for a very long time
sure
once so even now like we're really doing well everything is fine and those guys are the ones that are assisting me also lemo business in bototo others doing marketing CJ also the poster the ideas and all of that and I think ever since I've started I think was it August or when September August I think Kwediela alone we made the biggest bag ever since I've started since 2020
sure
up until today in 1 month because of it's important robelity Luena podcast what's the interview
and you have to empower people also
exactly
I got business to span with or without you in a way that is the aim
that thing is important and nakongo mixa show me le business could be flop na zange ba flopela and the only reason why I choose the Magitale is because of they already understand what I'm all about. They've always been encouraging me. They've always been part of the business unofficial. So it was a unanimous decision to say, but what's one thing party are go are study bad you want to so ke bona batho ba doreng vele ntse re pusha le bona ntse re pusha business hole monate everything is fine
okay so the biggest bag we really give guy I got to like you made like the biggest bag
we are comfortable now we are comfortable
50k
angazo fit number at least mara kisha kesha could not pay school fees UG
for how many years
just I think for 6 months
okay
6 months
sure
ke baitse mama zala stene
that's nice
so you can imagine or ke boka wabo changes a le teng roto a high scale so I'm very fortunate I'm also able to move around because I get one chance ke wetse ha ke amaska go tsamaya na go mo ya eventing le bo CJ ba o bitsa go ga ya pa jo import re ke le botse confidence tlhapamba fit lena la tsore banyana ba lenyake le chaba metsi ba ba so who important jo le sela there's nothing that beats a fresh haircut I will like go tsamaya o feel like a superman or konkosi Josie ejo na pay me get tell anju ke regile me 200 or run bag
Yeah.
Di teng go jo ba re ke charuto vanilla.
Sure.
Take it said, "Oh, smell nice." We tara ke tshedi di bush.
Girls do like a guy who smells nice.
Tlhapa uti tlhapa o tlo bona gore problema se wena
Sure.
ke le go afanya
Yeah.
wa ntshwara
Lu clean, you want
e ba clean
Sure,
ma jita ba tla di buff and shine no
Yeah,
so
there's nothing wrong with that.
itlhokomele
Sure.
o be nice o nne mfana mo sharp wa ntshwara
And I do those things. So, bro, I want to know, what do you see like your business like in 5 years?
Yeah, that's an unfair question. Even in interviews, get about that question.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself in
Yes,
5
yeah.
years? When I am parody, I'm not sure if you guys saw it also.
Yeah.
But parody, but with some good about where do you see yourself in 5 years? And I give you a hege to ham. I don't even know what's going to happen in 5 minutes.
Sure.
But to answer that question in the journey,
Yeah.
I get it.
Oh, judge.
I get judge, but
Okay.
I know I want to see this business growing, and
Well, Sure.
for me to say pila we are successful,
Yeah.
and let's success again I come for this business.
Sure.
Get way to successful when the day arrives now I'm in the background because I do everything right now.
That's why.
Admin in Bantusa yes, but I also want to be heavily involved.
Obvious.
Because it's still a baby, just like an infant.
Sure.
So I still feel like in this 4 years,
Yeah.
then I can give it to Babang, but take it over.
Sure.
I still need to find somebody who's confident enough to take care of the brand, because the brand is still failing you.
Yeah, that's why.
So by the time right now, it is time to let go.
Sure.
You want 5 years or 2 years or 3 years,
Sure.
I would be ready to let go, somebody to take over, get trusted people with this brand, and then by taking over,
Sure.
that's when I can say we are successful.
Okay.
Money wise, your business is up and down.
Yeah, obvious.
But you know what's in the client,
Yeah.
but it's important, guys. And I don't even call it a side hustle.
We lay the comments was Galen.
Next.
Wow.
Mara get a become okay, better got distinction.
Oh, okay. Because there's this thing about SWOT analysis, like
SWOT analysis.
Yeah, you read about the
trends,
business. Yeah, you know,
yes.
like put on the lead threads. One sort of show.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, I want to know also like, which other business ventures would you want to venture in?
So get basically smartwatch.
Okay.
Yeah, get basically smartwatch.
Sure.
And everybody wanna.
Like man, I'm sharing this room la, Papa Naga.
Yeah,
Oh, sure.
Kafa.
Sure.
Well, this is
Sure.
so get basically smartwatch.
Yeah.
The different. It's just that I got a but I can send you a couple of pictures.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, get Apple replica. Connect the phone.
Yeah.
The phone call the ground naga. Me vibrate. I obo the alarm. The step. Lena bo. Jeso ma dimoni bate ma ongene gymming. So elang enigma. Rekandi wate. Lendi gymming.
Talent.
Talent they happy.
Sure.
So that's the other thing I don't get push.
Yeah. So the Fabuka.
So okay, 700.
Okay.
700, but we allow you to make 2-part payments.
Okay.
Or patela deposit, or grawachi, following month, or settle score.
Okay.
One sort.
Yeah.
How the nyaga on quarter fella was 079
Yeah.
248 9970. Can I repeat?
Sure.
079 248 9970.
Sure.
And also, if we nyaga the cluster RE, because now my detail during bate mokasi,
Yeah.
by the Baspan the bank, the insurance company,
Sure.
even the call center. One
Sure.
sort. So go to our page RE Study Body,
Yeah.
more LinkedIn, go to Facebook RE Study Body. Also reach out to us on my LinkedIn page.
Sure.
Tiisetso Peterson Mtsweni,
Yeah.
or your number that you watch, your number. And the biggest mistake in business,
Sure.
let me share this, it's important.
Sure.
When number one.
Oh,
Or when a personal number,
Sure.
to my business,
Yeah.
I didn't get a secondary number.
Oh.
I a number. So mutu no so have phone hell tren.
Sure.
I get to get stress or kema I get Peterson hello
Sure.
or get yeah or sure.
Sure.
Now ngore yeah can get line.
Yeah.
Now ngore Peterson hello
And
can
now
get
yeah.
haja.
Yeah.
But when I ipona. So
Sure.
guys, if you go to my business,
Sure.
separate the two.
Yeah.
Separate those two things. And also, yes sir.
Sure.
Away.
Ninza. Oh, okay. Yeah, bullet.
Oh, okay. Nigga, maybe you will WhatsApp question
Sure.
or anything. So, in terms of what happened during, it's very important, guys. If you are starting a business, try to be involved as much as possible, especially in the beginning.
Yeah, obvious.
Know your numbers.
Yeah.
Know your target market. And when you logo, or stress a lot of currency, a journal in Tongo Canva.
Yeah.
Guidance for free.
La podcast da matomo rebitile kayo.
Canva.
Sure.
A jolly podcast make G. That logo I want to cassette.
Canva,
Ke
man,
wona da
sure,
Canva.
sure.
The YouTubers they buy ke Canva.
And the free.
Canva is for free.
Because a background on Nasha.
Hey, ewe patelang ke 109 ka
Yeah.
109 rand. Shout out to CJ Mnandiga Namplagili.
Sure.
Wanswar.
Sure.
So the lots even the post that business ke Spanish ayo. If we nyaka tsa o patelwa guys, master o teng le tla go dipekwa production se ba direla.
Sure.
Go black man
Sure.
ba plaga,
Sure.
ba tsa di PR, go printa di t-shirt lo mamang e yang go bona. But e thomele ntwa how pay. Wanswar.
sure.
Canva teng, Facebook teng, and nna ke believer ju. O ga tswere ke tlala ju. And I'm gonna say it the way I want to say it.
Sure, sure.
O ka tsole le mojita. O kone tsosa. Mara ba palla go tsosa we.
Sure.
Ya hana le motho a o ya tsoa mara. Wena o palla go tsosa life ya hao. Wa bona re pila wena.
Yeah, that's a
o tshwanetse
bar.
dilo tse snacks.
That's a bar.
Ya if kone tsosa. Te tsose le wena boss wa.
Sure.
O be sharp. And don't be scared to ask for help.
Yeah, don't.
Kopela thuso.
Yeah.
Kopela thuso.
Sure.
Now I'm not perfect. Now I think I'm always going to be I think a product in progress,
Sure.
forever and ever. I'll never reach, and I don't want to reach a place where I feel like I know it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, you learn every day, we tutor every day.
Sure.
Now I think I'm a product of so many people.
Sure.
Whether I can say, when I community important.
Obvious.
O lebella bana ba dorong ba holela go Jozi, ba holela go di-flateng.
Sure.
They're different, the Juan.
Sure.
Anyway, so bafethu o hulisa community is important.
Yeah.
And bramang mang o grang go strateng o selega.
Yeah.
A o phare ju. It's
Yeah,
fine.
obvious. Lena na barapara.
Bara phare le re e go bola last rile go mweding. Re swi mana da mo ke thabo nyana la meet this boy. Are betha ka trata ju azanga ya go swima.
Sure.
Are pasola strong wanswar.
Sure.
So it's important ba fethu na if you want to start business and a career is guys yan skolo man late agenya go le botsamaga.
Sure.
Yan skolong hona le ngono mong ke proud of tha a ke bolelena a re bolele nna le na number tsa hae
Sure.
but ke doctor ngwana Matshepo na tsena mo mdila na le twini le
Some
mathape
judge. Sure.
ya ba pila bana ba discipline ba sharp
Sure.
wanswara
Yeah.
ke doctor ka tsenu tswe hona le bozanele lerato wa lena go high store
Yeah.
e ke bana ba doring asange ba flopa ene re go botse ne lena ba doring ba le motlhale go sekolong di A student ke rena re flopa too much re ke le botseng why
Yeah.
you become pompous
Sure.
o tloa ka ntshela go high school nya go ya ka yana go vasi a o fitlha da thaka tsa o di teng
Yes. Sure.
so I'm not saying gore batho ba botlhale but the majority of them ba ke ba itseng
Yeah.
ba ke ba flopa
Yeah.
go na le bra go mong ke mo frostana thata ba re ke kaiso na trendanyana ka thata screen last year ke la mo ke mthelo re nzele pusha ba botle bo math and science jo ne re ya sekolong ba botle a se bra ka bra ka but le taxi bo investege yeah wanswa so batho ba botlhale they become pompous and I think when I teach ngwa ga ba re ke teacher ngwa to salamputso re bana ba botlhale they end up not being successful a gitse ke eng then I genya go figure out but o lebelle bana ba loring e jona le khotmane ngwe ya ena so tell like expose motho wanswa ba re ke thuzi thozami o mo yelo so wa di gold e last joke mone jo amna wena le brake ngo ba re ke big holena e joke batho ba loring you looked up to wanswa so and please don't be part of the state jo wanswa but why don't they end up succeeding ke bana ba loring they were just average go class because they are always used to working hard when I feel like I don't have to start go pass I feel varsity different ball game
go ba o
grathakatsa ha wanswa so focus akuzigila balance bala but I will repeat this thing again guys if you want something done and done right give it to an already busy person one alenako things they can always do it later becomes never auto procrastinator eba busy always be occupied ba o botsa ba reng an idle mind king a devil's playground ile go bible ile go bible wanswa so li tlhokomele majitaka tsentse re tla di bo emo groove ha o fele mo groove ha o fele
o fela motho
o tle ba rentse be sa bonyoka ena ke re wa itse oh ya kwa wara wa itsona e jodi taba ke tse dintsi ntho important ba fethu credit score tlhokomela credit score wanswa
ke eng credit score for someone as I
so ngare ke I didn't or
summarize like brief.
I not even summarize or explain about to tlhalwa or maybe I just say credit score credit score it's not a trust or ke halas once the chalice of trust is broken okay fix a credit score but it's going to be difficult so this thing is just not a credit score ya how we tlhokomele we tlhatswe once e cracker and e cracker isa king we reverse the debit order hospital ho chabela dikoloto ra hana ke patele mos skipa ke na le sona di dikiki di apere ke aba dodge tsa le ntlo nya go reka kolong tsa le ntlo nya go reka ntlo. And also in relationships guys hona le buka engwe ya mapalomako ba re ke you are not broke, you are pre-rich. It speaks about a number of things: personal finance, black tax, credit score, savings for retirement. We also have what's your move? Yeah, Mapalomako. All of these guys get South African authors.
Okay.
They also dive deeper into Mapalomako. When I Nicolette Mashili, there's Maya Fisher French, and my best book, Edoron Salagayawala. Yeah, Dr. David Schwartz, The Magic of Thinking Big. See Jiganyaka Bugaya.
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Please.
Yeah.
So Bugayela Jone.
Yeah.
If you want a boost of confidence, or you want to take the next level in your life, Bala Bugayela.
Oh, okay, that's all.
Bala Bugay. It's important to over. It's in the novel. She reporter. There's nothing wrong. Once or Mara. I'm not saying
the boost of okay. Usually,
Mara. At least for personal growth and development.
Sure.
But I don't say that you go fatul obey. Once or yeah, those things are very important, guys. Balandi Buga. Level podcast, go make G in Marle balancing, balancing, and then be important for you to know and understand how to save.
Sure,
it's important. Sure. Spend the zaga and there's nothing wrong. Age zaga, there's nothing wrong. But the concept of saving, also there's a podcast they get it for FNB.
Sure.
Yeah, integrated advice. Also, executive. So you speak about creating a culture of savings.
Sure.
It's important for another charge or receive. You can take credit scores are why you loan. All well and good if you qualify. Mara, it's very important. There's financial freedom. If it's 10,000, no.
Yeah.
When you can trade during a cost 20,000.
Sure.
You have an advantage. How it's a scholar, I'll go to the 10, I'll go to the 20, call that 10.
Sure.
So in saver, it comes from discipline more than anything.
Yeah.
If you are unable to do it, I get to advertise at FNB, but you know even at FNB, we are more aping, we are going Nev Life. Nev money and then we more savings goals. You can create a savings goals for just about anything. Lobola, you can name it whatever, and it shows you step by step. If you want 10,000 in 2 years, how much can you save every month?
Sure.
How much can you save as a lump sum?
Sure.
What is the percentage that you can get?
Sure.
So the very important about way to save. We to save. Learn also in your adult life. It will connect to and I really would say mojolo onyaga chele.
Sure.
Yeah, boy, I love you.
So bro, CJ name.
Yeah.
CJ like you are the one who inspired the song Njoga My Dog.
Njoga My Dog, Njoga li super tulisa na topo.
Sure.
All of my broskies.
Sure.
I got the rattle for all of them.
Sure.
This should go away. This should go away. This should go way.
Sure.
And you know, CJ mo to anasbaga.
Yeah. Sala blomalo also.
Yeah.
And then also the question name.
Yeah.
Do you believe CJ is the next big thing?
Why is that even a question?
I'm asking.
John Chaga Owine, artist on the rise,
Sure.
Over just the dusty bubbles.
Sure.
Mutona Jaja Shiliza, manager ya Bargefo Kitu Mantuli Log.
Yeah, again,
Zenga was also there.
Sure.
Bolatinova never letting. Mfana mu film Panta high, but I don't feel like No, they were there.
Oh, they were the judging.
Yeah. No, not judging, but they were part of the panel, spectators and all of that. See, Jelo Monwirle must separate.
Sure.
Njaga Jone, now I feel like he has not arrived, he's not even halfway there.
Sure.
This is only the beginning. And he always says that. Like me to CJ.
Sure.
CJ needs a lot of support from Rena, especially
he does. Yeah.
So I'm not. I think if you guys can go back to interview Nelly Telena, Ricky and all of that. When album, you think it's a pie. My lady CJ, Manega, your bitch.
Sure.
So you get a pie, no. So there's Boma Piano, whether Rumbatika over and all of that. But CJ has a spot. CJ on a space high in the music industry.
Sure.
He's a unique person. CJ is very smart also.
Sure.
Yeah, he's a very smart bro. CJ is a very smart person, and he's not even the biggest thing in South Africa. I feel like he would be limiting himself because he always speaks about Tabayore and Onyagoya Paris.
Yeah.
Sure. But all in good time, my brother.
Sure.
All in good time.
Sure.
Everything. And only opinion with CJ. I say when I first started, but I Njoga My Dog so much.
Yeah.
And that story ke story sa ka lena na go re bloma ba botlhe and all of that.
Sure.
Re jele maotwana, re thulise batho dipanana.
Sure.
Hey, tlhakatlhakone ke tsa baya mabjala ditšhelete.
Sure.
We were broke together.
Yeah.
But now we are speaking a different language.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're definitely speaking a different
Sure,
language. And
sure.
come to the room of focus. CJ also saved my life a whole lot of times.
How?
I think as a person, you also get lost in the sauce.
Oh, yeah.
Otomo drankaki, dispura maluda,
Yeah, obvious.
Oto naja into the right direction. Even Lototo.
Sure.
Toto, spade is a spade. We be a kweli.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
think gent it's important to your friends by the rumbato with me.
Yeah, obvious.
Yeah, I want to sugar coat too much.
Yeah.
Sana oros you have a dilute to a point measuring, which is media manche not enough oros. I sana taste sharp.
Sure.
So learn how we are dilujo. Dilute a pila. Say it with love.
Sure.
Chomiawaska had healthy feelings, but don't protect his feelings o monor o umokozi.
That's right.
Mote ne tengambe mo hete, like Lucas as maji.
Sure.
Journalist jera lwa.
Sure.
Na no toto nane agum release.
That's right.
We are not on speaking.
And again, I wasn't dealing with question, you know, it's what?
Kanta di senda mar agum baraka
Sure.
ka orata mar agu release.
Sure.
Mara ka sanda verlesha. Like
that's
friendship be out, gent.
sounds real.
And lo sagidi arelu nale.
Yeah.
We just have a misunderstanding.
Obvious.
Mara ken chaka ka marata I have big rato for bonabali too.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, but I got another question. I don't know rap.
Okay, enough.
So shifty. Well, not so shift. Don't worry.
Enough.
I ergo to magasi J. On so please, please ask him what inspired or motivated him to move to Marshalltown in Joburg.
CJ had to start this thing music. He was too relaxed.
Okay.
Yeah, tawayaro almost invatere.
Sure.
Onya go pusha music.
Sure.
Ekasi miriki. But why have I can't o manyeke nyoso o mama.
Yeah.
Bo rata malum kulke.
Oh, yeah,
So he
Sure.
had to
Sure.
change of environment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I ask him if he has any regrets?
Yeah, there's a lot. I think as a man you'd be lying if you say that you don't have regrets.
Sure.
Yeah. You'd be lying if you say I don't have regrets.
Sure.
And a lot of another buyer.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest regret for now is not having a good relationship with time.
Oh.
I guess you guys know I always make a joke here.
Yeah, I got a baba, yeah.
And I wanna ba fedile bana ba batho he ke
Sure.
tsena ke palla ke pick up line
Sure.
ke no botsa ke na wa tsaya fela wa so but yeah dark humor and all of that but
Yeah.
I think the biggest regret is not maintaining a good relationship with time. Come first
Yeah.
abang la music ma ke o dlala ball so ke na
Okay.
time yeah master
Sure, master. Okay.
Yeah.
Bare, ask him his definition of success.
Woo. And I will like to jigaji. Ke but also seeing others grow. Like I told you,
Yeah.
ke mo businessing, but hona la batho ba manali skill,
Yeah.
se ke strong. So if you rope those people in,
Sure.
le vibe about crazy unit,
Sure.
squad is sharp,
Sure.
ke ona success.
Okay. Bare, may he please tell us a story. It's a forex, your forex story.
Woo.
Boss came in.
Baske million.
Ka butsi sa me boss came in gore toto ke ra butsa question and toto watch
Toto last star.
Sure.
So I think that's the part that I always omit to answer.
Sure.
Yeah, that's Toto knows my real life. They're all last star.
Sure.
So go taxi wa itlo no nya go zola umjita.
Yeah.
Ke na go tsela bo JC cause go estate ne ke na go yona.
Yeah.
Bo JC no ne ba le da wa ntshwara.
Oh, okay.
So ke tsela tsa hore you learn about this thing. Ba mpatilisitse ba ba ile ruta forex. Also partly the reason why I dropped out because I believe in this thing so much. Yeah.
Sure.
So ga tsena go forex kra laptop pusha wa blowa di account ka baisa laptop banya kon scammer ke baisa laptop ka tsena ke sa e baisi wa ntshwara
Sure.
ka saver zaka ka tsena mo forex ka ba le skill ka ira mara chelete re editse chelete re jail chelete
Sure.
re blowile wa ntshwara
Yeah.
I was never that good ka forex but I had the basics.
Okay.
I was able to make enough for me to say ke sharp.
Oh, okay.
Then because of I've always had this thing, your route, your teacher, that's why I've always been a teacher at heart.
Sure.
But I think hore denge ko la forex e gane lo sa licho mitsa ka wanswara
Oh,
ba itse nrute ka ba ruta ntwe nna ke itse ka forex
Yeah.
ka ba bontsha ba blower
Sure.
hey ho blow you ikishila boma bujoni
Sure.
so I think that also that's my biggest regret
Yeah.
because isn't one of my best friendships ko skolong lwazi
Sure.
mrex ali Chris ke machita ba ne ke bloma le bona
Ka o tshwara.
ba re bontshe ka ba bontsha but because of they expecting to make millions and it didn't live up to that reality
yeah.
ya senior friendship ya rena wa ntshwara
Yeah.
that's partly the reason why ke nne ke yeah because I felt like they felt scammed
Oh, yeah.
wa ntshwara
Sure.
karare ke tlohele ke focus na kwa 9 to 5 I believe in business but now I want to be an employee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, nna ke rata 9 to 5. It's abo, hey, don't work for anyone. Tabe ke bolla maka. Nna ke nyaka boss, nna ke nyako ke nyaka career.
Sure.
Ke be sharp, ke better tie, ke be spanning, ke be sharp.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, but what's the one flaw he doesn't appreciate about himself?
Well, hopefully with this like arrogance.
Sure.
I think I'm rude. I'm a rude person.
Okay.
Yeah. And ke tlala na pelo ka speed.
Oh, okay.
And I give it.
Sure.
I give it.
Sure.
I've never been in a fight simply because of my grandmother.
Sure.
Dintwa tsaka, ndi like magogwa.
Oh.
Even
okay.
today, I've never been in a fight, physical fight.
Sure.
How ka bawari? Marakamu, arakaisa.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. But I say two kono zwalla ne.
Sure.
I want your take, ne, on certain topics.
Okay.
I don't know that's it because of Roberta.
No, it's fine. Yeah.
Sure.
No rush. Take your
The
time.
first one game. What's your take on girlfriend allowance?
Move it.
Sure.
Move.
Sure.
I get look Bible mbarengi. When I mjita, you have to not even mjita, but I think Bible like a concept their husband. Like,
Yeah.
your duty is to provide,
Sure.
love and protect.
Yeah.
So go khupisa omong mara ke le botseng nnete wa ntshwara
Sure.
na agenya ke ho jira le motho le reng aspane
Yeah.
azule
Sure.
or atene school, it becomes difficult a re bolele nnete
Yeah,
majita wa
obvious,
ntshwara
obvious.
nka se thome from zero
Yeah.
e ke tlhokometse mama sala bana ba go nna ke tlhokometse
Yes,
ke
yeah.
patala bo school fees and all of that, it becomes difficult
The rent
mara
and
nna
stuff.
jona ke a believe ho betcha ho important but my current girlfriend ne
Yeah.
I some to anyakang girlfriend allowance was pana.
Oh yeah.
And she said it from the onset to say, "Aginya ke zaka.
Oh, that's one.
You'd rather go out to register really too,"
Yeah.
which I appreciate, guys. Once
Sure,
how can them Tom so, and for the mere fact that she's saying she doesn't want it, I'm not saying Oscar move. Move, offer her the gift, take her out to a vacation. It was really important. It is a little rat. Look at Bugin and go with the magic of thinking big. It will about the concept of love. Going back to our girlfriend allowance.
Sure.
Lerato is not just feeling emotional crying. We cry as a direct result of you. Homo becha,
Sure.
homo tlhokome. E jo what's going on about to straight back when you go mgra mutura e di hulu. Kwa mo hafela ju.
Sure.
If umkeleka weed, I'm not saying erect. If wakon,
Yeah.
mo baele chumia.
Sure.
And banyana man moto to se man moto ice cream nyana,
Yeah.
date nyana,
Sure,
wanjwa.
sure.
Dilo nyana te cute fine.
Okay.
Sat hotel.
Okay, would you be a stepfather?
Who's asking that question?
No, like why go butis? Libitso la dura, libitso la tuba metse, libitso
Aye. No,
Lisa
again.
Drongo.
Aye. Kito to papa.
Sure.
So I've dated someone with a child.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, but I don't classify myself as a stepfather.
Yeah.
But if unalum tolong unalongwan,
Yeah.
why did you know how to have a baby? 200.
Sure.
You got to take melek. Next to wana, don't get it twisted.
Sure.
And there's nothing wrong
There's
with
nothing
being
wrong.
a stepfather.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Yeah, and I responsibility you need to be sure.
Yeah.
And hope to repel how stepfather you.
Yeah.
You need to love mwanule unconditional.
Sure.
Whether kwa how and when I'm doing that baby daddy or like
Sure.
why eat.
Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong with being a stepdad.
Yeah.
But you need to be real. If you are in a relationship with somebody, set the boundaries. Or okay, sharp. The relationship lengwana, are you allowing me to partake?
Sure.
Nabila bila when I was dating that person one along one.
Yeah.
I was loving her from a distance.
Oh, yeah.
Because relationship necessarily able to a point mongering. I want to take my heart to our stepfather. It will ngase ko it don't give
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, what's your take on social media dating standards?
Wabona no banyaka chibi boss waka.
Sure.
No banyaka matlapa, mahari, lazara.
Sure.
But because now I've had my fashion, ejona agitsepe azanga nalengwanyana omu. Agenya go scope but dora ke apha. So but like I've always dated people by the way they're very easy on the eye once.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
sure,
and nagithatela makuzaiza.
Sure.
Yellow bone and
Yeah.
all of that. And I think this thing colorism has always been a thing once.
Yeah, obvious.
How whole like into that eye, chanzo grengwanyana omu yellow and all of that.
But no so change it, no so.
Yeah, people like bo.
Melanin, no so melanin.
No, the dating scene has changed,
Sure,
obvious.
sure.
And it has to change. If I change it for when, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong, but no the standard that's at least as the standards are.
Sure,
Now I want
sure.
somebody who's working,
Yeah.
somebody who's attending school, somebody who's among something.
That's why.
Mara, who important guys? I got my le personality go mbulu ke nyaka Chandra Potra nthoka jeno wa ntshwara le nna he ke tsena at least ke e jonna ya wa nna go mkhutsana bjang jone mara banyana ba ba jolang ke ba ba telle mona
can why short guys a lot of banyana ba telle
I think more than it's an ego thing. One to say I can also do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
sure. Sure. Because like I have like most of my friends like they're short.
Yeah.
Chaos especially. You play buzur age. Yeah. So I've always wanted that. And you short guys like Leradadin. What can why?
Dinto.
Yeah, short guys like you always want to prove something.
No, there's always something to prove. Cause
and usually, if like there's a group that like they're tall, the short guy get the leader for some reason.
Yeah. Now squatting sa batla o botsa.
Sure.
Now ka singirisi la ka la hare ka tla o bola.
Sure.
Sat. But it's not even. But I think to some extent, you have something to prove because you are always being told or you are inadequate.
Oh yeah.
So let business wanting to succeed and all of that. You have something to prove.
Sure.
Not to anyone at times.
Yeah.
But let's be honest. In digitally ego, it happens.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. The last one. Masculine group culture.
Now I know mo papa.
Sure.
Mohan, I can actually worry pick up product or bala nembo show very different.
Nice. Sure.
Nje bare tsere ma gula ka san ma china ka san ma changa. Or bala nenga ro balonche every week.
Sure.
Ka mo ke ngwe ka mo ka sia ka bare ke balcony ke watwa. O sa lebele tsa bare busy.
Sure. Wanye.
Or ke ba rivo I wheel. Kamata.
Sure.
Bare go tebile bo mamang or pakati inside.
Nice.
Or lebele tsa bare 717.
Sure.
Ke ditse tsotso.
Sure.
One twat. But it's important. Groove a job tele ke moyo be sharpo. Mara. Ntwe ngwa hape the ring. Eish. Oscar swipa ntwe the ring tlo palla. Joan twat. Oscar swipa chelte the ring tshwantse tlhokomelo go henu. Oscar swipa zaka the ring tshwantse o bale diaparo. Oscar swipa zaka the ring tshwantse o tlhokomele media ha o lo yena ka yona ya di date and all of that.
Sure.
Eba hel majita phidisana. And Oscar na di hene se di palla. Yeah, o tlo tkawa. If nya ka show off. I don't want matata. Not a groover. What groovy?
Sure.
What groovy wa and it's tough and it's sad.
Yeah.
And it's very sad, Lori. When I'm at the ring, hey, Gavayaro Frida, I was on a M1 hub, Rabiali.
That's why.
So it's a million. I got another sister room where I give you a little guy on our podcast in Yalin. Good around Kawadi.
Oh, yeah.
So it's important, the Banyana, Little Mele. And Lemajita, I'll catch an advantage also. Because what I was I was back. When you got advantage, you require now a sharp, Shasha. Sure. Me man, what was it? And an uncle was a major journey. Nangavilla Gelwanyana journey.
Yeah.
Nagifilo Jobashiman, never Talaka, Gradadi.
Oh, sure.
Eh, Nagoa fan. So, I was a man. Man is a good looking brewery, Joe.
Yeah.
I've come to realize, for the mere fact that you can, doesn't mean that you have to do it. I have my way around honeys, but no sojo or talk about discipline, especially as a business person.
Yeah,
you don't know who's after you. Strong wire, mapante.
I was already a vosa 30,000 through. Now, the man won't have a lot of bicycle, you know, about the Lamafos. Imagine. Yeah, so it don't go.
Little living sharp.
So,
Maratawa groover. How grooving, revenge, marle balancing, buffy.
Sure, balancing.
Because now I'm groover level na. I am every day ants.
Yeah.
You're not ants every day. You're no pelashota or pelas nayona.
Yeah.
How papara. Wahilin to go have.
Sure.
Regular go look out and wanya. Even chief.
Sure.
Biano.
That's it.
So balansan, Alaska Totana, not just quite saga. Shady, Toto, Vecho. We have a big friendship group,
sure.
There's no parasitism. Mole joge RE5
sure.
And we've been friends throughout since grade 1 up until Fanda. Because when repeats and a sharp level, another groove, Rafaga fella, to the Panana Rafaga fella. Here so able to be the mistake of Pedro Kala.
Sure.
Shout out to most Colma Balani, but to graduate.
Oh, my
school.
Sure,
Mara, but graduate, Nala Panda. Later graduation la pura pu toto ke na ra hatetseng go pe CJ tshwantsa boele school ntse tsa rotlo nna manega fela why life e tlhoka balance
okay, last question, bro. Would you do like a TED Talk?
I have.
You have?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
On my LinkedIn page is there. I was named 2024 TEDx Young Minds 2024. Check it on my LinkedIn page is there. I've been part of Lincoln Mali Foundation 200 delegates as well. So question is, Steve Kate Segesi Ruta. So you go botsa nna ka o ruta wa tsamaya o ya go Moonstone wa register for exam it's 1300 it's 1300 nna ke charge 1750 go a ruta go fa study material go fa content yotlhe question paper answer sheet ra prepare for 5 days house nova o butswa then there's a revision class then wa tsamaya kwa exam yo nyaka o sna grade 12 grade 10 there's no requirements just register for the exam as long as na le ID e valid agere le na bale ba ID 1990 mang date of birth Mzansi for sure or passport e valid sure but there's no prerequisite there's no screa results will grab within 24 hours or maybe 48 hours or 3 days at max o grab certificate sao o kono tsana go banking call center o kono grab the promotion and all of that so yeah that's pretty much it.
Okay, guys, we've come to the end of the show. Braga.
Sure,
guys, please like, share, subscribe, and also hit the notification bell so that you can be informed every time we drop an episode. From me, Tulani Tuna, to Tiisetso, Bombs, Black Man, Master Shubi. So,
Shubi, I got I think confidence I get from good demand.
I'm very satisfied.
Yeah. So again, I'm master di pekwa production ni. Kona le stories sa mavoso sa ke mavo. O betile pina kayo tun. So Shubi can answering and tlhokomela from grade 3.
Sure.
Yeah. Ra shoot the music video ba just di KFC ba sa pateng.
Sure.
Bar no sa di twiza ka mo skwenga mo. Lebo DJ Stavo, di DJ kana gamang. Shorter, all over
black music video,
Booty and all of that. But confidence, if it wasn't for this guy, I don't think I'd be here today. Yeah, maybe I would, but maybe, lots of bankable side. So shout out, Master. Salute.
No, guys, so the interview, Master Shubi, obviously legend, don't swear. Because you're not like 2 hours because I so Braga, thank you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Please like, share, subscribe, and also hit the notification bell so that you can be informed every time we shoot an episode. Hey, we out. Peace.